Presented by Cursed by the Witch. Warning, use headphones before listening to horror podcast story.
This Halloween season we are presenting secrets of witchcraft and lots of witch stories. The Cursed Circle is a dark, atmospheric tale of ancient rituals, forbidden bonds, and the terrifying consequences of meddling with powers long forgotten. Set in the isolated and mist-shrouded town of Greystone, the story follows a group of 5 friends who unwittingly awaken a malevolent force during a mysterious ritual in the woods. What starts as a curiosity to explore local legends quickly spirals into a nightmare of paranoia, death, and a relentless curse that binds them to a circle of unimaginable horror. Part 1. The Legend of Greystone Woods. The small town of Greystone has always been shrouded in superstition, its dense, airy woods hiding secrets that no one dares to speak of. The townsfolk often whisper about the Cursed Circle, an ancient ritual site deep within the forest where strange happenings and disappearances have been reported over the years. According to legend, the circle was once used by a coven of witches who performed dark rites to summon entities from beyond the mortal realm. As the tale goes, the witches were betrayed by one of their own, a woman named Lydia Gray, who sought to harness the power of the circle for herself. Her betrayal unleashed a powerful curse, binding her soul to the forest and condemning anyone who dared enter the circle to an eternity of torment. Over time, the story became a local myth, with few believing in its truth. However, the ominous feeling that looms over the forest and the whispers of strange sightings keep the townspeople away from the cursed woods. Part 2. The group's descent into the circle. The story picks up with 5 friends, Marcus, Lily, Ethan, Tessa, and Jonah, who, out of boredom and a desire for adventure, decide to explore the depths of Greystone Woods. During a bonfire night, fueled by alcohol and daring each other, they stumble upon an old, weathered map showing the location of the Cursed Circle. Intrigued by the local legend, they dismiss the warnings as mere superstition and decide to find the circle for themselves. As they venture deeper into the forest, the atmosphere becomes more oppressive. The trees grow denser, the light dimmer, and the air colder. Strange symbols start appearing carved into the trees, and the sounds of the forest grow eerily silent, broken only by the occasional whisper of the wind, whispers that almost seem like voices. Despite growing unease among the group, curiosity drives them forward until they finally reach a clearing. There, at the center, is the Cursed Circle, a large stone formation inscribed with ancient runes, partially overgrown with moss but still emanating a sinister energy. Part 10. Awakening the Curse. Lily, always the skeptic, mocks the idea of curses and dares the group to step into the circle. One by one, they hesitantly cross into the formation, laughing nervously as nothing happens at first. However, as the night progresses, they decide to perform a mock ritual they found in a book Lily had brought along, just for fun. They light candles, read the strange incantations, and stand hand in hand, forming a circle within the cursed stones. At first, it's all harmless fun, but as the final words of the chant are spoken, a sudden gust of icy wind blows through the clearing, extinguishing their candles. The earth beneath them trembles, and the air fills with an oppressive weight, pressing down on their chests like an invisible hand. Shadows, darker than night itself, begin to creep along the edges of the circle, moving in ways that defy explanation. The group, now terrified, tries to leave the circle, but find themselves unable to move, frozen in place as something unseen watches from the darkness. In the midst of their panic, a spectral figure appears at the edge of the clearing, a woman with hollow eyes and tattered robes, her face twisted with malice. It's Lydia Gray, the betrayed witch from the legend, her cursed spirit bound to the circle, waiting for foolish souls like theirs to awaken her. As her cold, dead eyes lock onto them, she smiles, a smile filled with centuries of rage and cruelty. The ritual, it seems, has succeeded in calling her back, and now the curse is unleashed. Part 4. The Spiral of Madness. The group manages to break free of the circle's grip and flee back to town, but the curse follows them. Each of them begins experiencing horrific visions, shadowy figures watching from the corners of their rooms, and ghostly whispers that haunt their every waking moment. The cursed circle has bound them together in ways they cannot understand, and now something dark and insidious is feeding on their fear. Marcus is the first to break under the pressure. He starts seeing Lydia in every reflection, her hollow eyes staring back at him from mirrors, windows, and even the water's surface. His mind deteriorates rapidly, and he becomes paranoid, convinced that Lydia is coming to claim his soul. His friends try to reassure him, but it's clear they are all suffering in their own ways. The curse is picking them off, one by one, breaking their minds before it takes their lives. One night, unable to bear the terror any longer, Marcus disappears. The group finds him the next morning, dead at the edge of the forest, his eyes wide open in horror, his body twisted as though something had attacked him. His death sends the others into a spiral of panic. They realize the curse is real, and it won't stop until it has consumed all of them. Part 5. The Fight for Survival. Desperate to break the curse, the remaining friends, Lily, Ethan, Tessa, and Jonah, try to uncover the secrets of the cursed circle. They return to the clearing, where the stones seem to pulse with a malevolent energy, and the whispers in the air are louder now, filled with threats and promises of death. They realize that the only way to end the curse is to complete the ritual that Lydia began centuries ago, a ritual of sacrifice. Someone must die to appease the vengeful spirit and break the curse. As they argue over what to do, Lydia's ghostly figure appears once more, this time more solid and menacing. She tells them that they are already doomed, bound to the circle by their own foolishness. The curse has marked them, and it will not rest until all of them have suffered the same fate as her betrayers. Lydia offers a twisted deal. One of them can live if they offer up the others in sacrifice, just as she was betrayed by her own coven. Tensions rise as paranoia takes hold. Ethan, terrified of dying, suggests they follow Lydia's suggestion and sacrifice one of their own to survive. But Tessa and Jonah refuse, horrified at the idea. Lily, the one who started the ritual in the first place, feels the weight of guilt crushing her. She knows they must end the curse, but the price seems too high. Part 6. The Final Confrontation. As the group turns on each other, Lydia's spirit grows stronger, feeding on their fear and hatred. One by one, the shadows begin to claim them. Ethan is the next to fall, disappearing into the darkness, his screams echoing through the woods as Lydia drags him into the abyss. Tessa and Jonah, now broken and terrified, beg Lily to finish the ritual, but she hesitates, torn between saving her friends and the overwhelming horror of what they have unleashed. In the final moments, Lily makes a desperate choice. She steps into the center of the circle, reciting the final incantation to banish Lydia once and for all. But as the words leave her lips, she realizes too late that the ritual requires not just a sacrifice, but the complete destruction of the one who called the curse into being. Lydia's spirit laughs as the ground beneath Lily's feet opens up, pulling her into the earth. The cursed witch's spirit merges with Lily's body, binding her forever to the circle in a twisted fusion of souls. Part 7. Aftermath and the Eternal Curse. Tessa and Jonah, the only survivors, flee the woods, but they know the curse isn't over. Lily's sacrifice has only delayed the inevitable. The cursed circle remains, waiting for the next group of foolish souls to step inside its boundaries. In the end, the story closes with Tessa and Jonah leaving Greystone, but the darkness follows them. They still hear the whispers at night, and the shadows still watch from the corners of their vision. The cursed circle remains unbroken, and the cursed souls within it, now including Lily, continue to haunt the woods, waiting for the next ritual to begin again. The story ends with a chilling reminder that some curses are eternal, and once marked by the circle, there is no escape. The cursed circle is a spine-chilling tale of betrayal, paranoia, and the unrelenting grip of ancient magic. It explores the terrifying consequences of meddling with forces beyond comprehension, and the high cost of curiosity in a world where some legends are better left untouched.
Thank you for watching. Just like and subscribe.